With every market watch, none other than I love to do is go over the Greymons. Greymon is kind of the main meat and potatoes. I think is a great way of starting our market watch out. We have the event promo one sitting at like $798. This card is not going anywhere. And last time I heard, the 10 out of 10 rated card sold for $4,000 on the Connecticut on the market pages. Good market watch. We always start off with the Greymons. I love going over the Greymons. The Bt500 Greymon did get sold for a 10 out of 10 graded version for $4,000. It was not cheap. I don't know if that was confirmed what the full deal was. Could have been more than that, but you definitely saw this move for a good sell. I do appreciate 4 good cards. Means that event promo stuff like this probably worth holding on to. The more harder to get cards, and especially if you can get a 10 out of 10, means you got liquid money sitting in your pocket that somebody is going to eventually want to buy. So don't miss out on that. Now we have the Tamer Party Pack and this Greymon here are both not having any reprints anytime soon. We are still waiting on if we are going to get the Jamon little box that has pretty much a small trial deck in itself that really does help out. It gives us a reprint of this Greymon. I don't know when we'll get that trial deck. We might not. Who knows? But let's see what we can do with that if we get it. This Greymon here is out of 10. Not bad. The pre-release one is sitting at $4, about roughly $5. Not a bad place. That is this one. It's pretty much the highest rarity until the tournament packs come out for Nats. So definitely don't miss out on that. Then we have Greymon Tamer Volume Pack 3. We have all these nice little stuff. And alternate art from Classic Collection is down to $12.74. This thing was at like 30 bucks at one point, but now is dropping and tanking once the set releases. So let's go over it. I did mention that it is time to talk about Nokia. Nokia, I've been warning you guys for weeks on end. I have not expressed not picking this card up and holding it. This is your pretty much your missed chance opportunity. This card has been bought out like crazy because everybody's hyping for BT8. All the BT9 stuff is helping out with the X antibody of Agumon Gabumon going into Greymon support or Garurumon support or Omnimon support. So you missed your train. This card is not going to come back down anytime soon. We are climbing almost to $30 range. Once all these lower ends get bought out, we will probably see this card sit at $30 because it is a box topper for a set that is a little more harder to pull. So this is the highest rarity version of Nokia, and you missed your opportunity. She was $11 at one point, and then over the past week she's been just climbing and climbing, boys and girls. So I do feel bad if you missed out on her. I did mention her a lot in my videos. Let's talk about Machine Dramon alternate art from that $100 price tag. He is now cut in half for 50 bucks. This art I really do like. Personally, I would pick up a playset of it, but I already have 2 and I'll slowly gather the rest. I don't care. It's just we just wait on this. This card's going to keep going down over the week. You'll probably see in Mario's market watch him talking about this card as well, and this card will probably be in the $30 range by next week's Monday. So definitely keep that an eye out. Let's talk about Imperial Jamon Dragon Mode, the next highest card in the set when it was being shown off, besides the alternate art Tamer. We see this card be expensive for $100, and look at him now. You want to pick him up? Pick him up. I think this is a good investment at 18. He'll probably come down to 15 by Monday, but that is until he will get bought out if he tops in any way, shape, or form in Nats. So do not waste your time and not get him. He will climb back up pretty quickly if that's the case. If he is played at anything above 1 in the Nats top deck, you're gonna regret it. Machine Jamon, from that $40 lovely price, you're paying $40 for a playset. I think that's good. I think that's a great investment. I don't think you should have paid any dollar more. Let's talk about it. Imperial Jamon Dragon Mode, he was 20 bucks. Now look at him. He's in the $4 range selling points. $5. Not bad, not terrible. I think that's a really good investment. Now pick him up. Analog Youth from Classic Collection. This card was selling around the $17 range and moving pretty quickly on that. And now look at him. He's in the $3 range tanking. And then let's talk about it. Ice Wall. Ice Wall. This card was selling $11 a piece during pre-sale. Now look at it. It is dollars. It is a penny stock. This is going to become a penny stock at the rate it's going, especially once we get into BT7. We are hitting it and we're going to miss it. Just keep that in mind. We wanted to talk about Classic Collection, Analog Youth, another alternate art. I wanted to bring this up just to take a quick gander at it. Is that it's selling from that $100 price tag all the way down to the 62 mark. He is probably one of the chase cards in the set, and that's about it. I don't see any more overpriced here, but as you can keep scrolling down, Bielsamonds, Agumons, Garurumon alternate art, Magna Angemon alternate art, Garudamon is at 10 bucks. Guys, this set is bonkers cheap. Don't. This is why we tell you not to spend money into these pre-sale hype prices. They are slashed down like crazy. You move them if you can get them in your hands. You try to move them, and for the few suckers that will pay for that upcharge, but don't do this to yourselves. Your cards become almost worthless after a certain point, and I feel bad when you guys do invest into this, but there are a few people that are just impatient. They want to have their play set early, so definitely take that into consideration. Let's talk about it. We had a Lord Knightmon trial deck announcement. This is probably the second highest card in the Lord Ragnar Lordmon deck. So with that being announced as a trial deck, you're going to see support that's going to need to help. So I wouldn't miss out on picking up your playset of this and holding on to him. He might show some very interesting power that we might need. This piercing ability is really useful and very good. Remember, always the trial decks do affect the meta pretty quickly, especially since it comes in mid-level in between the two sets, and it's usually affects the meta in some shape or form. So this would happen for our BT10, but once cards start getting revealed, you're going to regret it. And with the announcement of the trial deck, everyone started buying up alternate art Ragnar Lordmons. I'm telling you this right now. This was somebody just trying to be cheeky funny. Nobody paid $30 when you could pick these up for the 7 range. But as the market is going up, this card is moving pretty quickly because everybody is preparing for that trial deck. So don't miss out on your investment, and you'll be sad if you do. Let's talk about it. Lightning Joust is quite interesting of a card. I think this is a great penny stock investment. This card helps with the bond deck now, but it's a very powerful red card in itself. It does what everything red wants. Gives your Digimon boost, and it's not as restrictive as the other ones, but as long as your number of security is less than your or equal to your opponent, one of your Digimon gains security +1. So starting out, especially in the beginning turns where you guys can't always see eye to eye into damage, unless your opponent doesn't want to proceed to damage you, it doesn't matter. You're going to keep equal, or they're going to hit you once. As long as before you hit them, you do your Lightning Joust turn, your opponent is just sad tacos. Just really not happy about what's going to go on with this. I think this is a great penny stock investment. Don't miss out on it. This card is starting to climb up. People are buying multiple play sets of this, and it'll probably be one of those cards, and we only have one page of it. Just a heads up, there's only one page. We're going to talk about Codemon. Codemon started having a massive bump hype because I know I've been saying this is a great penny stock, don't miss out on it. But I think also Mario mentioning it earlier on has finally clicked with people. I get it. This card was penny stocks. If you missed out on it, you are now spending premium prices. You're going to have to wait for this to refill. Kentorsmon only has to show up as a better version, and we could see some good value out of him. But we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Huckmon, pick up your Huckmon pre-release stamps now. It's going to climb because Savior Huckmon had to go down. This Huckmon is the only high rarity right now, and you're going to regret not having this Huckmon as the pre-release stamp. So he's going to climb up and shoot up pretty quickly. As you can see, people started buying him out as this video is being made. So 3 copies got bought out pretty quickly. So since Savior Huckmon tanked, we have to make sure we get our Huckmon pre-release stamps early. Don't miss out on it. EXVmon winning double pack. Since we are finally getting closer and closer to our beautiful release date of EX, we finally got here. Everyone started buying up the XVmon because it is actually still buyable. With that, you can make it a little spicy, but as in the last week, in this week, people were buying them up like hotcakes. After the week before, it's about here. The 16th is when it finally just cracked. So last week, the Monday, it kind of cracked, and look at that, it's all bought out. We're now in the $25 range for this card. Make your money, move this card. To be honest with you, unless you are really wanting to play the Vmon deck, don't waste your money and hold on to it. Sell it now. Tai Kamiya is all the rage right now, and it's still climbing, boys and girls. He's got 4 pages at least. Let this card start coming down. Don't buy him out. Just wait for it, especially if they make a reprint tie in any of these trial decks coming up, or release another tie reprint full art kind of thing. You're going to see this card tank. TK box topper. Woo! Boys and girls, this card is still climbing. This card was not that expensive not too long ago. Like, before the first of the year, this card was in the $15 range, and yellow's not doing anything. I think this is just overly hyped for some weird reason. Yellow's just not doing anything, or people are trying to get it for the yellow decks that are coming in. That is the hybrid yellow decks. It's not a bad card to pick up for. Metal Greymon Secret. I think people are sleeping on this card. This does come up into, you want to have it for that Machine Dramon deck, or you might tech it in as a 1 of or a 2 of in your Black War Greymon deck in BT8. So don't miss out on having your Metal Greymons. And this Metal Greymon could be a lot better too, especially when we get into X record. This card might be a good chase card to have, because the extra 3000 boost that it gives means a lot, especially with its inheritable. So that means it can hit magic numbers. So don't sleep on that card. Lord Knightmon from July Evolution Cup. This card has been slowly seeing a more and more buyout. There's not many left on market, so don't sleep on this card. It is the only alternate art at the moment that is the highest rarity, so people are picking up their Lord Knightmons because it's one of those fan favorites. Dialbormon has been slowly coming back down out of its hype. This card is a 1 to 2 of in most Dialbormon decks, so I can understand why it got hyped a bit, and now it's coming back down. So definitely don't miss out on that. Then we have none other than Omnimon alternate art. It's been slowly coming down, slowly, but people have been buying it in the $60 range, so don't miss out on that if you're looking to complete your playset. Let's talk about Bielsamond from here, from the release booster. Has been kind of, I let it be for a bit after the big hype about him. I didn't want to be a big stinker about him. I think he's starting to climb back up. People are buying him for the 36 range. He will become probably a $40 card yet again. So definitely after this one here, we only have 2 sales and he hits $40 range. So and once he gets bought out, you're going to be hurting when it comes down to it. Bielsamond has been showing that slight climb, and it's the alternate Bielsamond. If you guys are trying to max rarities, do not miss out on it. We have plenty of stock right now, but you're going to want to have him for your Bielsamond decks. Don't miss out on it. Lilithmon is being Lilithmon for a minimum. She's been coming down a bit, and she's been selling around. She's got 3 alternate art pages on her. Not terrible. We're at the $42, $44, $54 range. That's not terrible. She'll start coming down more and more. Don't waste your money on her just yet. Hold off. Lilith Loop is still trying to find its identity after the hit. So we have Alphamon alternate art is at $36. He's coming down pretty quickly and fast. So don't miss out on this card. This card is going to catch you off guard if you want to play Alphamon. It has 1, 2, 3 sets in a row of support. Boys and girls, BT7, BT8, BT9 are all Alphamon supported sets. Pick up your alternate art Alphamons if you want to max rarity it. If you miss out on it, you're gonna be upset, and you're only gonna hear I'm gonna go I told you so months and months later. So don't miss out on this card. Let's talk about Black War Greymon alternate art is still climbing a bit. He's holding out in the 26 range. That's kind of fair. I think 26 is a fair price for the secret. I mean, most decks, if you're playing in BT8, he still isn't out yet. You'll climb up probably more in BT8 once the deck starts topping. So don't miss out on this. Shine Greymon, here's another warning to you guys. Pick up your Shine Greymons now so you don't get caught with your pants down. This is going to cost you if this deck starts skyrocketing off with all the Tamers in the hybrid decks. Shine Greymon is not the same power level as the hybrid recovery security control deck, but Shine Greymon is very nasty in a very similar version. So don't miss out on this card. I really don't want you guys missing out on it. Let's talk about it. Savior Hawkmon pre-release stamp is starting to keep going down. He's selling in the $17 range, $20 range. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes below 20 and holds at below 20. I could see him going down to 15 and holding there. So let's just see how long it takes, but don't rush. He's a one-of copy now that you only need 1 to max rarity. Magna Dramon is another penny stock that had a weird buyout for a bit and has been just on the slow down climb. I figured I mentioned this a while ago, so it's good to start talking about it now. And we're at a decent 16 copies here, 36 copies here. Just let it keep coming down. Don't invest into this. This also got a X antibody version for BT9, so don't be surprised if people start trying to buy him out again. But right now he's fine, but everybody is kind of just hyped on that X antibody, so hold on to him. People are thinking he's a good pickup there. Infirmon is gone, boys and girls. You wanted to max rarity your Diaboromon deck. Sadly, you have missed your landing. I am sorry. You have Infirmon is gone. Now let's talk about a double diamond pre-release, because I am the only true person that talks about these. I think the pre-release stamps are your max rarities, and you should always look at where they're climbing and where they're going. Flame Jamon is still expensive, boys and girls. I won't be surprised if this holds for a good long while. Tai is at $5.44. Agumon basically $6. Not terrible in pricing. The mid-grade Sistermons are always good if you wanted a upgrade, but you didn't want the alternate arts. I understand. Demimera, Rebelli, Volcandramon, Orosamon, Ancient Troymon, Mimicmon, Palgamon, Pile Volcamon is all just seeing some downwards spirals. They're not going over any crazy banks or rivers. You won't be seeing much value in the low end of these cards, so don't worry too much. Then we got Salomon. I forgot to move her ahead a bit, but Salomon has been seeing a small buyout since her announcement of her X antibody that combos very well with her. So either you can swing in and her death will trigger this recovery, or Digivolve on top of her with her X antibody and gain a recovery that way. So don't miss out on this card. Now let's talk about Great Legends. Great Legends ain't having anything special up in here. There's Lalamon, Bushy Agus, Commandramons. Commandramon is your high rarity here, so he's at $6 a piece. Darktramon's at $9. Not bad. Xenomon, Trident Revolver, Budmon. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here, guys. We got nothing. Roselamon is nothing too crazy, boys and girls. All this is coming down. I just want to see if there was any buyouts in this end that we might have missed. Nope. Let's go to Battle of Omni. We got Black War Greymon still holding that $10 price, and Guillemon at $4. Chris Dramon is at $4.78. Mega Digimon Fusion. Nobody wants to touch this with a 10-foot pole, guys. This card is basically the Grinch that stole Christmas. It's banned. Don't waste your money on investing on this. I get that we do have Nats and it's playable, but after you buy this investment, you're going to lose your money. So there's no point in keeping this card. Sayokamon is another great investment. I think pick this up. Don't miss out on it. Infirmon's gone. War Mumsy is a decent pickup. But anything else? The Metal Greymon Alterius and War Gurumon Sagittarius mode might be a good small pickup if you guys are looking to upgrade. Shoutmons, Z Greymons. This is your friendly warning to pick up your Z Greymons and your... Where is it? Where is he? Omnishout. So where's the Omnishout today? Where did Omnishout? Nope, that's Shooting Star, Mom. Omnishout. Where are you, oh boy? Omnishout. Omnishout is completely bought out, boys. Man, I missed that. Yep, with the inclusion of the X antibody version, this card got bought out. I warned you 110%. All it took was some good support and he was going to get bought out. I got my play set when I was smart. I picked him up dirt cheap and now he's just to the moon, skyrocketed. I feel bad for anybody that wants to play Omnishout. You guys missed out on it, and he's just an expensive little guy. So definitely keep that in mind. Let's go over the promotion cards. Pulsemon is still climbing. Senzorimon is still climbing. It's going back up again. But outside of that, nothing too out of the ordinary here. Palamon's getting another sort of reprint in live. And then, yeah. Oh, wow. Kosorimon got bought out, boys and girls. And your Agunimon and Lobomons are slowly starting to get bought out. So you're missing your opportunities. You missed your Kosorimon opportunity a while ago. I think you guys missed out on a good penny stock, and I feel bad for you all. So, but outside of that, pick up your Vidramon Zeros, especially when people are starting to hype this. This deck is not going to be competitively viable, but if you are a fan of Vidramon Zero, you want to have a play set of everything with the pre-release stuff, pick him up. Don't miss out. I'm just warning you. So guys, what did you think of this market watch? Let me know down in the comment. What cards did you find interesting that I brought up? Maybe I missed something. Let me know. I'll catch you next video. Peace.